All right, we're just gonna start today, and we're just gonna think like when you just wake up and you just do that nice deep breath in, and then you just do a nice good reach. Go ahead and take it down. We're gonna do it again. So just deep breath in, and same thing. You can take one hand, grab the other. Just a nice good reach. All right, bring it in the center. We're just gonna open and close at the chest. A little bit of a warm up today before we start doing our other movements. All right, I'm gonna take the feet a little bit wide, and we're just gonna do a cross body reach with a little rotation. So we're just clearing off the table. We're doing it the quick and easy way. All right, now we're gonna do a little tap and a little side bend. All right, let's bring those feet in, take those arms out. We're just gonna start with little circles. And as you start to feel a little looser, if you'd like, you can start to make them bigger. It's your choice. Good, bring it in, little shake out. We're gonna do the same thing going the other direction. So start with little circles, and then you can start to make it bigger if you choose. All right, bring it in, little shake out. Now we're gonna lift the foot, and we're just gonna do hip circles. So think about waking up those hips. Good, let's go the other direction. Let's switch it over to the other side. So pull that toe up, heel down to the floor. Little circles. Good, let's change direction. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, bring it in. We're going to take the leg out and in, and if you can, we're going to cross it in front. And this is a good one to hold on to a chair. Just try not to kick the chair, or you can hold on to a wall. Good, switching sides. So out, cross in front, or just out and in is okay too. Good, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's bring it in. We're gonna take those legs nice and wide, and we're just gonna do a little double pulse. So take it to one side, then take it over to the other. So little reach, little reach. So we're just starting to warm up. Don't feel you have to go super deep into these side lunges. It's just a nice good sit back. Start to open up those inner thighs, start to open up and wake up those knees and ankles. Good, a couple more. All right, bring it in the center, and we're going to reach. So we're gonna think about taking it forward, middle, and back. And if you're up here because you're really tight, that's okay too. Don't feel you have to get to the floor. Just little gentle reaches. I'm holding a nice neutral spine, and I'm trying to keep my hamstrings pretty straight. Good reach. So you don't have to bend your knees and round your spine just to get to the floor. Good reach, 2 and 3. Good, one more time. All right, and we're gonna keep those legs wide. We're gonna sit to the right side, open, sit to the left side and open. And again, if you're tight, this is fine. Reach for your knees. Don't have to reach for the ankle or the floor. Open that shoulder back behind you. Good, 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully take it down to the floor or to a chair. We're going to just step it back into a plank. And then option 1 is just a good down dog to a plank. If you need to, you can do a child's pose to a plank. That's okay too. Or you can do this while you're at an incline. So just down dog and plank. So waking up those shoulders a bit, waking up the core. Good, a couple more. Here's 2. And 1. Carefully bring those knees down, and we're going to come back up to a standing position. Grab a quick drink of water. And then we're going to grab a dumbbell. Remember, you don't have to grab the dumbbell. Doesn't have to be super, super heavy. Just a little bit of weight, and it's going to help you pull that shoulder down. So what we're going to do is this is just weight, and we're going to pull the shoulder down. We don't want to have the shoulder up and rounded forwards. We really think roll the shoulder up, back, and down into our back pocket. So we're holding a nice, good posture, nice, good shoulder position, and we're just going to let that weight pull the shoulder down. And we're going to do our head tilt to the opposite side. And again, we're going to add in that nod. So you can see we've done this before without the dumbbell. The dumbbell is just going to pull that shoulder down and help you lengthen those trapezius muscles. Good, and now we're going to shake our head no. So kind of look towards the armpit and then look up towards the ceiling. Good, let's bring that head up, and now we're going to switch it over to the other side. So same thing, just hold that dumbbell. Think roll the shoulder up, back, and down. Hold it down and back into your back pocket. Little tilt. And again, we're going to nod our head yes. And we're going to do about 5 of each exercise, and we're going to do it twice. Good, and now we're going to very gently shake our head no. So look down towards your armpit and then look up towards the ceiling. Good, bring the head up, switching back over to the first side. So again, shoulder up, back, and down, tilt, and then 5 yeses. And now 5 no's. Good, bring it up, switch it over to the other side. Shoulder up, back, and down, head tilt, 5 yeses. And 5 no's. All right, bring it in, switch it back over to the other side. We're going to do a little bit of a diagonal turn, so it's almost like you're checking to see if you forgot to put on deodorant this morning. You're not going to crank on our neck. We're just going to kind of pull a little bit gently down, so diagonally away from your neck. And now we're going to do 10 backward rolls. So just 10 backward rolls, and then we're going to do 10 forward rolls. So again, we're just kind of gently holding that head in that diagonal position. Don't have to pull on it. Chin does not have to touch your chest. Just nice, good rolls. And you may feel a little crunchy. May sound a little bit like a bowl of Rice Krispies this morning. So that's about my 10. So now I'm going to go the other direction. So just a nice good circle. Good. I have 3 more. Good, and rest and reset, and I'm switching over to the other side. So same thing, your arm comes up and you're just checking to see if you remembered to put on deodorant this morning. Good, and we're gonna roll it back, because we all have days like that, right? I had a friend that got to work and couldn't figure out why her head was so itchy, and she realized that she forgot to rinse the conditioner out of her hair. So, you know, we all have days. But just nice, good rolls. Good, and that was my 10 backwards, so now I'm going to do my 10 forwards. And this side for me feels a lot better than the other side did. For me, here's 3 and 2 and 1. Let's go ahead and set those weights down. We are done with them, so you can set them down. Option 1, on the floor, hands and knees. Option 2, arms are on a wall straight out in front of you. We're going to do some shoulder rolls on the floor as well, but we're going to do them. We've done them before, but this time we're going to add in a little bit of a head turn. So we're just going to be on hands and knees, elbows stay straight, wrists are under your shoulders. We're going to look to the right, and then we're going to do our backward rolls, where we squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull them down, push the floor away, and circle. So again, we're going to do 5 and 5. Good, and now we're going to turn and look to the left, and we're going to do the same thing. So 5 backward circles. And this one takes a little bit of thinking. We start to bend our elbows and we start to arch our low back. Good, and now we're going to look back to the right, and this time we're going to do our forward circles. So push it away and circle forwards. There's a lot of scapula and shoulder blade work here. Good, and then look to the left. So good forward rolls. Good, and then we bring it in the center, and we're going to give those wrists just a little bit of a break. So circle the wrists. Now we're going to do a little bit of rear delt and shoulder stability. So nice, good hands and knees position. You can do this sitting if you need to. Make a fist, and we're going to lift our arm out to the side like we're trying to squeeze our shoulder blade over to the other side and hold it. And then bring it down, and now we're going to turn our knuckles to the floor like our fingers would be going back behind us, and we're going to press it back and lift and hold here. Good, bring it down, back of the hand lifts to the ceiling, still keeping that fist, and hold. Bring it down, turn your fist to face behind you, lift and hold. And we want to feel this in our lats. Good, so lift it up. So our lats are going to be down in here, kind of on the lower part of our shoulder blade. Good, bring it in, and then again, press it back. So we want to feel it lower part of our shoulder blade mid-back. We don't want to feel it up in our neck. Good, we have 2 more on this side. So lift out to the side and hold. It's a 3 to 5 second hold. And bring it down and then press it back. So we want it just to get, you're going to get about parallel, maybe a little bit past. Good, one more time on this side. So lift. And then take it down, press it back. Good. Shake it out. We're going to switch it over to the other side. So, little soft bend in the elbow, make that fist. We're going to lift and hold. Bring it in, turn so that your knuckles are facing the floor and our fist is now lifting up towards the ceiling. Good. Take it out to the side. And bring it in, and now reach back. So this is just like when we do a straight arm press back when we're lifting. Good. Take it out to the side. So this is our rear delt fly. And then we bring it in and press it back, and this is our straight arm press back. And again, shoulders away from the ears. Good. Couple more on this side. So lift, pull that shoulder blade over to the opposite side of your torso and down, and then lift it up. Good. One more time. So lift. And then down and press it back and lift. And release. And you can stay down if you prefer, or we're going to come up to standing. We're just going to do arm circles, 10 backwards and 10 forwards. So we're just going to do as big as you can get, and maybe your big is down here, and that's okay. Good. There's 3 and 2 and 1, and then I'm going the other direction, and forward always feels better for me. Good. Here's 3 and 2 and 1, and we're just going to shake it out. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Grab a quick drink of water if you would like. So we have a lot of kind of up and down today, but we're going to start, get a little bit more lower body and torso here, hips and all that fun stuff. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to fold. And if you can get to the floor, great. You can take your hands to your thighs, you can take your hands to the chair, and we're just going to kind of shift our weight side to side. And remember, if you're really tight and you don't want to go to the floor, you need a little more support for your body, place your hands on a chair or a countertop. Good. And then bring it up, and again, we're going to do that stretch like we did when we just started and we just woke up this morning. Little side to side. Good. And then one more time, we're going to take it down. And again, you can be here. You don't have to be all the way down to the floor. And if you're really tight, you might not get there. And you might not feel comfortable having your head below your heart today, and that's another okay thing. All right, we are going to go into a plank, into a down dog to do walk the dog. So we're going to take it back. And actually, we're going to do up dog, not down dog. So we're going to point our toes. We're going to drop our hips down towards the floor. If this is not comfortable for you today, then we're going to be in Sphinx, or you're going to rest your chin on your hands. We just want to open up the front of the body. If you need to stay standing today, you're going to do the hands on the hips, and you're going to push your hips forwards. So that's if you don't want to be on the floor. We're just trying to open up the front of the body, keep that chest nice and tall. And you can do a little side-to-side wiggle if you would like. Good. Now we're just going to sit back into child's pose. So sit those hips back towards your heels, stretch those arms out in front of you, and again, you can add a little wiggle if you would like to. Good. Now we're going to come up a little. We're going to walk our hands back towards our knees. I'm going to tuck my toes under and take my knees a little bit wide. We're just going to open and close our book. So hand lightly behind the ear. We're going to inhale elbow to elbow. Exhale, open back behind us. So just nice and gentle, focusing on the movement more than trying to get really far back. Good. This is our last one. So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we open our book and we keep our book open. We're going to take another deep breath in, and we're going to see, can we open our book maybe another inch? And we're going to do that one more time. Take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, can we open that book just one more inch? Good. Take the hands to the floor. We're going to switch sides. And if you have to stay standing or seated today, you're going to do the same thing. So let's inhale, elbow to elbow, exhale, open, then close and open. I'm going to try to get at least 5. Open and close. Good. Now number 5, we're going to open our book and we're going to keep it open. Just think you've got a new book and it's really tight in the spine. We're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. Can we get that book a little bit more open? We can't quite read all the words. And then one more time, it's open and we just open it a little bit more, just a bit. And then we release. Good. We're going to come to hands and knees for cat-cow. You can do this standing. So we're going to inhale and then we exhale. So if you're standing, you can do hands on the thighs, inhale and exhale. You can even do this one seated if you need to. So just a deep breath in and exhale. 2 more, and we're going to start to do a little side-to-side variation of this cat-cow. Good, so inhale and exhale. Good. Now we're going to do side to side. So we're going to think about we're going to take it kind of to the side and to the side. So we're trying to bring our hips and our ribs closer together on the same side. If you're standing, you can just do a little side to side hip shift, like we're trying to do a little side bend. So just a little bit of lateral movement here. Good. Now we're going to do hip circles. So we're going to inhale, gentle arch, take the hips over to the right, exhale up in the center, and then hips over to the left. So we're just doing nice, good circles. And we're going to do about 5 and 5. And again, if you're standing, you can just do little hip circles here. So kind of like a hula hoop. Good. And we're going to go the other direction. So inhale over to the left and take it back. Good. Bring it in the center. Now we're going for our down dog with our walk the dog. So tuck those toes under. We're going to sit our hips back to our heels, and we're going to do alternating heel lifts. Now, if you don't want to do down dog, all you're going to do is you're going to stand and you're going to do the same thing where you're kind of on a stair climber. And you're just going to do a heel lift and then a heel press down. Good. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take those legs nice and wide, and we're going to walk ourselves up to a forward folded position with a wide stance. And we're going to do our open book, and we're going to hold it. Now, if you can reach for the floor and open, great. If you can't, you can have your hand on your opposite thigh, and we're just going to reach. So nice wide stance. We're going to open that book, and we're going to try to hold it. So some of these positions are a little bit bigger and deeper than we normally do, so modify as needed. Good, and we're going to switch. So just a nice, good open of the book. And again, you can just do a little turn. Hand can support yourself on your thigh or on your hip. This is okay. Good, and bring it back in the center. Now this is the one that's really tough, so if you need to, you can put a mat under your heels. Option 1, can you get in a deep squat? If you can't, it's okay. You're gonna go into as deep of a squat as you can, and you're gonna open those hips out to the side and wiggle. Some people find it works out really well if they just sit on the floor and pull their feet in as close as they can and do a little wiggle. Okay? You can also just sit in a chair and open your knees out to the side. And we just kind of want to move side to side. Some people find it's a little easier if they put a mat underneath their heels. If you elevate your heels, it makes it a lot easier to do this. And if you start getting tired because you're having to hold the squat, you can rest when you need to and then come back up. It's fine. Because I know holding a squat, you get really tired after a while. All right, and then we're all just going to go ahead and come all the way down to the floor. Again, you can do this sitting because we're just going to do our 90-90s. So hands by our hips, and we're just going to go side to side. So just a nice good side to side. And if you're sitting, you can sit at the front of your chair, have your hands on the seat of the chair, and you're going to try to turn your body to the right side and then turn your body to the left side. So you kind of do the same thing, just sitting on the edge of your chair. Good. Let's take it all the way over to the right. We're going to open up that right leg as much as we can. We're going to close the left leg if you need to, that back leg. Turn over the front leg, and we're going to add in that forward fold. If you're really tight, just sitting upright might be your challenge, and that's okay. But if you can sit upright without pain and discomfort, then you can start to add in that little forward fold. Stretching out those hips and glutes. Good, and bring it up. And now if you need to, we're going to close this front leg, open the back leg as close to 90-90 as we can get. Again, first option is to try to sit as tall as you can. Then you have the option to turn over that back leg. And some of you may be flexible enough for this. I am not, but you can start to add a reach. But we don't want to reach and look kind of goofy. We want to try to get this turn first. And I already feel this right in my hip and thigh area. So this is where I'm going to stop. Good, release. Take it up and over to the other side. Same thing, open up that front hip, and if you need to bend the back leg, go for it. Turn over that front leg and then forward fold. Taking the tummy towards the thigh and the chest is pressing forward and out, just to get a nice good stretch in there. Here's 3, 2. All right, let's go ahead and bring it all the way up. And then option 1, sit as tall as you can, open up this back leg, close the front if you need to. And then option 2, can you turn? And I don't know if you're able to tell, it's only an inch or so, but I can turn farther on this side than I could on the other. But I'm still not quite ready to try to do that forward reach. Good, let's release, bring it into the center. We're just gonna do a nice good butterfly stretch. So take those feet together, open up those hips out to the side, hands on the floor if you need to. And again, just a little wiggle here. All right, and let's just find a comfortable position to sit. We're just gonna take a couple deep breaths in and out. Good, one more time, breathe in and out. And you are all done.